I remember when my friend Ryan Darcy and I went to Kroger and brought all our groceries back to Munster in shopping carts. Then we decided it would be really funny if we brought the carts in the elevator and then brought them back to his room. I remember coming home from school in the fifth grade and watching the episode of Dragon Ball Z when Goku first went Super Saiyan and his hair was changing from black to yellow and electricity was just shooting everywhere in every direction from his body. It was like the coolest thing I was seeing as a child. And I also remember being mad because Sailor Moon was taking forever to go off, and those shows was about a stupid girls fighting a man with a rose. I remember last semester, me and my friends would go to my room, watch the Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam Wing, and the Boondocks while listening to the soulful sounds of Kenny G. I remember the first time I listened to Kenny G when he played the beautiful, rich, and luscious music from his bronze saxophone. It just completely put me into a different world and just sets my mood so perfectly. I remember my sophomore year in high school. I remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in middle school and trading my cards during school and going to Toys R Us for competitions. I had like a million cards. I had all the Egyptian god cards, Slifer the Sky Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor, and the Winged Dragon of Ra. Yu-Gi-Oh made me like really good at math. I remember teaching my math teacher in the sixth grade how to do scientific notation. I remember when I was living in my old house coming home one day and seeing that my family and I had gotten robbed of all our possessions. We went upstairs, we saw my dad's bed by the dog cage. Guess they were trying to make sure JJ had stayed in his cage. I remember one day I had worked 12 hours straight when I was 15 and I was so happy because my check was going to be so big. But on that I remember being in my own room making my own episodes of Dragon Ball Z with my brother when we were little. The main character was LS for Lost His Place. His arch nemesis was Jetstream, which was played by a different toy, and his brother was Kai, who was a Kurt Angle action figure. One episode was about LS's father had died, and he had to defeat Jetstream in order to revenge his father's death, but he had to learn a whole bunch of new moves in order to really defeat Jetstream. I remember a time when I fell off my bike in the middle of the road and the pace bus was approaching and I almost could have gotten ran over by the bus. I was so scared but didn't want to move because I thought I was really injured because I was trying to be cool and pop a wheelie down the middle of the street and my handlebars came straight up, then I straight plopped to the ground. I remember losing my virginity in my dad's cream color 86 Cadillac DeVille. Then I also remember getting caught by my dad having sex in his car. I remember as a child, I would always ruin. I remember in the sixth grade framing this kid named Marcellus for watching porn in the computer room at Novaki Middle School. He was like fuming with anger. I remember losing my phone in Chicago because it fell out of my pocket in the taxi. I remember changing it after taxi once I realized that my phone was gone. I remember missing every train because I was not leaving until I received my phone back. I remember calling my mom and her telling me that my phone had been found and the man was shipping it to our house. I remember when my dad bought his new Cadillac STX and I thought it was like a transformer. It was the coolest car ever. I called it the Batmobile, but this car is like magnificent. Black, metallic paint, leather seats on the inside, and wood grain on the dashboard. Like the perfect car. I remember when I had braces and I had to get my gums cauterized because they were goring over my teeth, and the dentist basically took this little electrical thing, and I had to watch as my gums fell into this dish that was under my neck, and blood was just going everywhere. I remember one time I was hungry at home alone, and I wanted to make some biscuits for myself, so I placed a frozen biscuit into the microwave and put it on for 20 minutes. Next thing you know, the biscuit starts to burn and the whole house is like full of smoke, and basically I thought I was going to burn down the house, but luckily that didn't happen. I had to like open up every door and window to air it out.